Pam Bondi is coming in as Attorney General. And, you know, Pam, she said in the past, let me see if I have this sound for you, because she has said in the past that she would go after folks. Watch.
When Republicans take back the White House, you know what's going to happen? The Department of Justice, the prosecutors will be prosecuted, the bad ones. The investigators will be investigated, because the deep state, last term for President Trump, they were hiding in the shadows. But now they have a spotlight on them, and they can all be investigated.
And they will be. And so this is what Pam is going to do.
So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald
Actually,
Trump
hang on. I want to get to that in a second, because that's Adam Schiff and Pam, and they have quite a go around. But before we do that, there was this moment where Pam was asked about just exactly what she would do in terms of going after people like Letitia James. And here's her response.
You have said that Department of Justice prosecutors will be prosecuted in the Trump administration. What Department of Justice prosecutors will be prosecuted, and why?
I said that on TV. I said prosecutors will be prosecuted, to finish the quote, if bad. Investigators will be investigated. You know, we all take an oath, Senator, to uphold the law. None of us are above the law. Let me give you a really good example of a bad lawyer within the Justice Department, a guy named Smith, who altered a FISA warrant, one of the most important things we can do in this country. So will everyone be held to an equal, fair system of justice if I am the next Attorney General? Absolutely. And no one is above the law.
Under what circumstances will you prosecute journalists for what they write?
I believe in the freedom of speech. Only if anyone commits a crime. It's pretty basic, Senator, with anything, with any victim. And this goes back to my entire career, for 18 years as a prosecutor and then 8 years as Florida's Attorney General. You find the facts of the case, you apply the law in good faith, and you treat everyone fairly.
Did you hear that, Letitia? I hope you heard it, because I have a feeling she's coming for you, hon.
I will not fear Donald Trump. I have steel in my backbone. And the reality is I will not allow this person, Donald Trump, who unfortunately is a broken man, to get in the way of progress and to separate us.
It's unbelievable what they did for 4 years. I mean, it's really unbelievable. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. You can't tolerate that, okay? They can't try and make someone into a criminal that's not a criminal. It's just un-American. And we need to fix the system so that that doesn't happen to anyone on either side ever again, period. It just can't. So Pam Bondi got a taste of the Schiff show. Yes, I'm talking one Adam Schiff. You remember him? Central character in the Schiff show. You know, he wanted to be a producer or an actor or something in LA, and he had to settle for heading to government. Lucky him. Anyway, he started to quiz Pam, and let me tell you, he's no match for her.
So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it. I won't play politics with any ongoing investigation,
so let me ask you another,
like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you can't.
Awesome. Okay. Score one for Pam. And another.
Will it be your advice to the president? No, Mr. President, I need to go over them on a case-by-case basis. Do not issue blanket pardons. Will that be your advice to the president?
Senator, I have not looked at any of those files. If confirmed, I will look at the files
and
for the pardons,
will you be able to
as well as the
review hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file. I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Can I answer the question?
Well, my question
I
is.
would have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want.
You'll be able to review
Listen, I'm
hundreds
not
of
going to
cases on the first day?
mislead this body, nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me answer
You were
another question.
censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this that are so reckless.
Yeah, she got him right where it hurts, right? He's just awful. He's absolutely awful, highly irresponsible, sent everybody on a wild goose chase, most especially that anchor Rachel Maddow, who's coming back for a 100-day stint over at MSNBC. She was down that conspiratorial rabbit hole like none other with this guy in the wings, right? Is whispering lines. I'm sorry, those days are over. America voted all of that out. We're tired of it. We don't want it. We actually want a country that works. We want great stuff. And wow, we're talking great stuff ahead, in part because we got one great Treasury Secretary coming in, along with a great president, along with a great AG, Pam Bondi, along with a great Secretary of Defense, my former colleague, friend, Pete Hegseth. I'm telling you, you got a A-list cast of people that are like, we're not going to do it the old way. No. We're going to change things, and we're going to change it big.